Damn. And make sure I'm clean. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy DC The Truth. Um, I got to see the 5150 a little last night. Although I was on call, I didn't get many calls. My 2 calls was at my main building, so it was all good. But I noticed in the chat everybody was saying, "Where's Zoe?" And then it dawned on me, listen to the 3Gs podcast. By the way, shout out to the 3Gs podcast, AP Meach, and I can't remember the other fella name. 3G podcast is gonna blow up. Trust me. Y'all mark my words when I say this. They gonna blow up. I've been lurking on YouTube a long time. I know when the show gonna blow up. They're gonna blow up. But anyway, shout out to those boys too. You know, I wanna be on the show. Well, you know, I want to call in, but you know, a lot of the time I'm working, so I can't converse. I like when the show is small like that. But anyway, I digress. But I remember something they said when they had Gooch the Great on the show. I think he did say Zoe will be back with his participate. His son plays basketball. I think he was gonna be participating with that, helping out with that. I'm basically making this video, although the last video I made, the 5150 Nation, you know, I was kind of glad the 2 brothers worked out their difference. I failed to mention in that video that Zoe did everything right as far as, you know, paying his half and having a public apology. Zoe did his end, but you know, Corey's a comedian. You can only joke your way out of so many things. But in that situation, we know he made that apology behind doors, closed doors when they was talking. I think he still owe it to Zoe to at least address that situation. I think Corey just does. I hate to get into the physics of his psychological. I can't speak. In his psychology, I think Corey has an issue with. I don't know if it's something like in our community, just admitting, you know, you're wrong. Are you gonna come across as weak? We know you got a big following. Your whole thing is, hey, we been unapologetic. That whole thing, rude. That's the thing. But you know, at some point in time, you know, you do have to put all that aside. Be like, look, man, this man made it right with you. You got to make this right publicly with him. And screw all y'all that's gonna say something about my wrinkled ass shirt, man. I've been working. So with that being said, now I want to bring Jeff in the mix. It's been touched on before. Basically, when Jeff backed Corey in the corner, you know, I guess as a comedian thing, it's like, hey, you know, instead of addressing it, sometimes, basically, you have to learn to know when it's time to be serious and then when to feel your jokes in. Now, comedians, they always, I know Craig Facts, he do it a lot. They're going to find a way to sneak them jokes in. You know, that's what they do. But, you know, at the same time, when you're dealing with something a bit serious like this, and, you know, Jeff was pressing him. You know, Jeff's a comedian, too. Corey goes to, you know, attack the man. Basically, and where was that quote? I had that quote. I wrote it down from what Corey said. Well, I can't quite remember, but I just kind of paraphrase what he said on the 5150 show last night. Yeah, last night, morning, whatever. My days started off. When he was saying, he was addressing, I guess, the chat when they were saying he shouldn't say what he said when he was mad. And of course, Corey, the biggest deflector in the game, say, "Oh, I can say I can say what I want to say. You just don't want me to do what y'all know how Corey do that. You just don't want me to do what you want to do. I'm gonna do it how I want to do it. You know that shit there. And it's. I know a lot of guys in their 50s. Matter of fact, I work with a lot of older guys, like different teams or whatever. But I interact with them. Some of them, like I say, they some of the biggest kids. Like they never grow up. They never grew up. But so before y'all guys come over here and start caping or whatever with your little superhero outfits on the chat room side of the game, look, y'all, some of y'all just gotta learn how to be objective. I think that's the word I'm trying to say. Basically stop just taking everything as an attack and listen first, But enough about that. It was another point I wanted to make. Now, as far as the show itself, I was kind of wondering. I'm like, what would the show be if Zoe was there? I really don't think it would have made that much of a difference, because it's like the show is taking a decline. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm being honest. 5150, it's don't lost its sting, and it's been like this for months. Maybe even coming up on a year or something, I guess ever since Nate left or whatever. The show just ain't the same. I sat there, I watched it, I was like, man, it's missing something. You know what? One of the problems, now y'all bear with me here, one of the problems is Marcus. Why is he on the show? I mean, this old, yes, master, this old country, I mean, no shade to my fellow country brother, but this dude's a bootlicker, man. Like, why is this Negro on the show? He's not funny. He's not talented. He looks silly during the song and the break, man. I like, hey, do like Darlene, bow out. Leave that to Craig and Corey. Like, Craig, man, when it comes to the Craig hold the songs, man. When it comes to his flow, Craig can flow like a mug, That's just my review on the show. It's like, hey, I think that the show, to at least what I can see, that can be improved, especially the days Zoe not there, sit Marcus' ass back in the back somewhere, where he was. Because Marcus ain't it. I know I sound like a hater, but man, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure 80% of the people agree with my statement. Marcus brings nothing to the show. At all. At least with Darlene, and that's another thing too. I really wanted to I was gonna say the same thing about Darlene and Zoe. We're gonna make a video on that, but I say, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on that. I think these two may have Stockholm syndrome. But we're gonna leave that for another day. Cause like I say, y'all, this is the end of the video. By the way, like I said, if y'all don't know about the 3G podcast, just type it up on YouTube, man. This show's fire, and actually they're gonna be interviewing Jeff Brown today. So 3G podcast, yeah, I'm advertising these boys. If y'all don't already know, y'all probably already know about it. But they come on Wednesday and Fridays. I'm not sure if I know the times. I want to say it's what my time is, it 9 or 10 Eastern, something like that. You type them in, you can see the schedule show that's coming up, and it'll show